Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Absolute scenes, innit? Since I've left, I was expecting to do quite a lot of football content out here and nothing's happened. Obviously, we've all heard about what happened in relation to the Queen passing away, and that has brought everything to a halt. Our game against Fulham was suspended or postponed. The game against Liverpool coming up has now been postponed because there isn't enough police resources to cover both the Queen's funeral and Chelsea versus Liverpool. Also, Manchester United versus Leeds needs a certain amount of police presence. They're not going to be able to have it, so that has been postponed as well. Which means that we're just going to have to wait and see what happens after the international break. But UEFA Champions League competition still goes ahead because UEFA are not a British or English football body, so it means that they're just going to go ahead with all competition and they're not going to stop, and it means we have to play. So my only preview that I'm going to give you out from here while I'm away in Turkey is Chelsea versus RB Salzburg in the Champions League, and this is Graham Potter's first game in charge. One hell of a game too. In my video about Graham Potter, I did say that he hadn't had any European competition experience, and I take that back because with Östersund in Sweden he did get to the Europa League semi-final. Something pretty impressive. So you know what, fair play to Graham Potter for that. But his first game in charge is a UEFA Champions League group stage game, and this is big. Why? Because we can't afford to lose again. We can't afford to lose again because we've already lost one. We lose again, which I'd like to think we won't, but if we lose again, we then have to play AC Milan twice. I can't even begin to imagine what could happen. After 4 games, we end up with no points. No. We have to win tomorrow night. We have to. And let's get this bounce back. And this is what I'm going to say. I genuinely think we're going to get a big new manager bounce back. I think you're going to see a load of these players reacting. I think you're going to see a big energy. I think it's normal. The new manager comes in, players want to prove themselves, players are happy if there are some that the old manager has gone, so all of a sudden they feel revitalised. They're going to be giving it their all. Graham Potter's new ideas, they're going to, I think, give an opportunity or a chance to Graham Potter for him to prove himself and to show what ideas he has. And when you listen to Graham Potter, this is what I really wanted to focus on. He has said all the right things so far, and I'm excited, and this is what I want to share with you. We have to get behind Graham Potter here. Get behind him. I understand Thomas Tuchel was a big influence on a lot of you. I didn't want him sacked now. I was shocked that he got sacked this quickly. I wanted him to be able to have a chance to try and fix the situation. Albeit, I now understand kind of why it came to what it came to. Why? Because if it was a footballing problem, give him time to fix it. It wasn't a footballing problem. This was behind the scenes. It seems like it was things off the pitch. It was things in the dressing room. It was things between him and the new ownership. It was off the pitch. So when things break down in a working relationship like that, despite the good job that you're doing, that personal relationship breaks down, it can't continue. So I understand maybe why he got the chop, albeit I don't think it was the right thing to do, but it is what it is. We have to move on. Albeit the thank yous to Thomas Tuchel and what he's accomplished with us in such a short time, we appreciate that. But Graham Potter, everyone needs to get behind Graham Potter. Everyone needs to. Give him a chance. As I've said, he said all the right things. When you look at his background, it's a very interesting background. For those that don't know, he was a player. Played at West Brom, played at Stoke, so he was a player. After his football career ended, a little bit earlier than anticipated, he went to Open University, done a degree in social sciences, then went on to Leeds Met and done a master's in, what was it? Human and emotional intelligence, I think it was. So, whilst doing football coaching at the same time. And we kind of need some of that right now. We speak about mentality a lot in this Chelsea team and how we're not strong up here. Maybe this guy can fix that. Maybe he can really tap into their heads and get a side of them that they don't know they have. Maybe. We have to give the opportunity. We have to give the chance. But the other things that we've heard Graham Potter say in relation to his tactics, he wants us to be an energy-paced, fast-paced, attacking, possession-based team, which is what we all want. Yeah, we all want our team to play exciting, sexy, beautiful football. Sometimes it doesn't come like that. The one key word that I heard him say, which kind of well, not impresses me, it's what I want. Flexible. He wants these players to be flexible, which I'm scared of. I want that. I'm not so sure some of these players are flexible. I hope they are. But this is where I look at Graham Potter, and I have to say, some of the things he was saying in terms of being excited, talking about Chelsea, the prestige, the history, the trophies. As much as I am behind Graham Potter, I want him to succeed. I think he has what it takes to succeed. I hope this job isn't too big for him. I hope. Because a manager, to do well at Chelsea, needs to come with swagger, needs to come with confidence, needs to come with, I know what I'm doing. I got this. You have to. Because if you don't, you can end up going down the same road as some of the young previous managers we've had, an AVB for example, even a Frank Lampard, where the job is just too big for him and he gets lost. He gets lost. Some of these players have personalities now. Some of them, I would say, have ego. They need to be managed. And Graham Potter, in order to find his feet, I feel like it's going to take some time. We realistically do not have time. This is where we have to be real. Are we going to cut our losses short for this season and just, go with what goes? Whatever happens, happens. He needs to go through this season and whatever happens, happens. If we get an early elimination, we get it. If we end up finishing out the top 4, we get it. It is what it is. He needs to find his feet. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that he comes in, he already has a plan and he knows exactly what to do. He hasn't said he has that, so I'm just hoping that he has that, and he better have that, because if he does, I feel like he'll really be able to stabilise himself, get the players to do exactly what he wants, and find a new way to get these players playing, because the old way simply was not working in terms of getting the best out of them. So, Graham Potter, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. I'll be honest, how is he going to get us to play? I don't know. What team is he going to go with? I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. I've seen a lot of people so far, the fan base, a few of you have gone, let's hope he doesn't play Mount and Havertz. As much as I understand that, we have to give him a chance to see what they can do. This goes for everyone. This is a reset for everybody. There might be a way that none of us have thought of. There might be a way of playing that none of us have had cross our minds at the moment. I know a few of you are going to go, okay, you're going to play with a back 4. Okay, cool. How are we going to play? We might end up in who knows, we might end up in a 4-4-2. You never know. At Brighton, the one thing he was good at was being tactically reactive. Because it's Brighton, he comes up against the big teams, he's able to react based off the opposition. And he sometimes gets Brighton to play a way that the opposition struggles to play against. At a big club like Chelsea, we can't always be reactive. We have to be proactive sometimes, because you're going to come up against teams that are going to react to what you're doing. So sometimes you need to come up with a plan that they can't react to. That's the way big clubs function. And that's the way clubs like Man City function. Liverpool are trying to function right now, but seems like with them, Sadio Mane seemed to be the key to all of their solutions, if I'm being real. They got battered by Napoli 4-1. No one saw that coming. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Klopp. But with Chelsea, none of us truly know what Graham Potter's going to do. So you know what? For this preview, I normally come up with a lineup. I normally come up with this, and I normally have graphics, which I'm not able to do. But what I am going to say is, I would love to see Zakaria play in a defensive midfield position. I want us to be able to play with a DM. And I think Graham Potter is going to do that, because he comes from a traditional English style, and we always have defensive midfielders. We just do. We like to break legs. I feel like Graham Potter will be able to use that. I hope the new signings are going to fit right into what he's trying to do. I'd like to think they will. Cucurella, he already knows from Brighton. He bought Cucurella at Brighton, so it's funny that he's going to have him at Chelsea. Some of the other signings defensively, I think, are going to be well placed for Graham Potter. Aubameyang, I hope he gets the best out of. And in terms of the rest of our attacking players, maybe we're going to find a solution with Pulisic. Maybe we're going to find a solution with Ziyech. Maybe a solution with Kai Havertz if we do go with 2 up top. I do suspect, right? And remember this. I suspect we might get Aubameyang and Havertz just playing a little bit off him. I think Graham Potter will go with that. which leads me to believe that we are going to go with 2 up top. He has played in a back 3 in Brighton before, so will we see a 3-5-2? Maybe. We might get a 3 and a 5 with 3 in midfield, 1 DM and 2 8s, 2 wing backs, Aubameyang and Havertz up top, 3 central defenders. It can work. We'll wait and see. We might end up with a 4-3-3. Who knows? We might end up in a 4-4-2, as I've said. Who knows? Maybe 1 attacking midfielder, 1 defensive midfielder. Maybe a midfield diamond. It's hard to say. It's one of those things where I'm just going to be honest and go, I don't know what we're going to do. All the players have a chance to prove themselves. Graham Potter is going to be very experimental. For the next few games, he has to be very experimental. I just hope it doesn't cost us points, because if it costs us points, especially in the Champions League, we could be in a sticky situation. So it's one of those things where we have to let Graham Potter do his job. We can't be too judgmental from the beginning. For the next 2, 3, 4, 5 games, let him do what he wants. He has to find his own feet. And then we can start to really place ourselves and see what we're trying to do. And then we can start to analyse properly. So you know what, for now, Graham Potter, best of luck. We're all behind you. Chelsea, please start playing football the way that we expect you to play. And please start scoring goals. That would be great. On a side note, to end this preview, Diego Costa at Wolves. Who thought that was going to happen? Diego Costa, I am looking forward to seeing him. I am very, very much looking forward to seeing him. It's good to see him back in England. I think for Wolves, he's going to smash it. He's going to smash it. But that's for Wolves. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But for Chelsea tomorrow, hard to predict the lineup. As I've said, I've given you a couple of indicators as to how I think we can line up. Aubameyang, Havertz together. Zachariah and DM. Cucurella on the left. The rest kind of picks itself. Reece James. I think if we go over defensive 2, it's going to be Koulibaly and Fofana. Maybe Thiago Silva for one of them. If it's a defensive 3, then it'll be 3 of them, of course. The wing backs, if it is wing backs, we already know. The midfielders, Zachariah, the one ahead. That's going to be the really, really interesting position. Who is going to play as that attacking midfielder? Who? Is it going to be Mount? Is it going to be Gallagher? Is it going to be maybe Ziyech coming in central? Is it going to be Pulisic coming in central? We don't know. Graham Potter, best of luck. Looking forward to seeing what you do, mate. That's all I have to say. Let me know if you have any ideas as to what you think he should do. Let me know your score predictions. My score prediction tomorrow is going to be quite difficult. I don't know how we're going to play. But based on Chelsea and what we have, Salzburg and what they have, Stamford Bridge at home, I'm going to keep it modest. I'm going to go Chelsea 2-0 win. Which I shouldn't do, because every single 2-0 prediction I've made, we've lost. So, challenge accepted. Chelsea, I've predicted 2-0. Prove me wrong. Go out there and win. Let's see if we can change the routine a little bit. So, let me know your comments down below, how you think we'll play, your thoughts on Graham Potter, how do you think he's going to shape up, if you have any indicators from his Brighton days or what you think he's going to bring, let me know down below. I'd love to hear it. And your score predictions, much appreciated. And tomorrow, after the game, I will give you my match review. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. Subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll give you my review tomorrow. And then if there's any other content coming out before I come back to the UK, then I'll do that. If not, then I'll see you when I'm back home. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow after the game. See you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. And peace.